Alright, hello. How's everybody doing today? How's it going there? David, how's it going there? Sergeant, hello. Alright, so kind of got inspired to work on an old build, play with this a little bit. Can't stream for too long, but I should be able to stream for a little while here. Let's try this. I was gonna make a new cargo plane and said, you know, let's try to finish this one or get it a little bit better shape. So this is my 4-engine VTOL jet. Holds 2 containers. I need to get this kind of working. PID tuning world essentially here. What do we have? VTOL controller there. Let's look at this. Linear speed, gyro roll, just shit. This is pre-physics sensor. So this is the benefit of the physics sensor. That was a huge update for. If we look, we have tilt pitch. We had a bunch of tilts on here. Vertical speed, that's another one. Roll p-value, pitch. Okay. Linear speed. All these can be, or a bunch of these can be done with the physics sensor. So I gotta go in there and change this up. The problem is I'm trying to like get a set of microcontrollers going here that will allow me to quickly build something. So what I was gonna, so like one of the things I did was I like Night Owl system. So Night Owl works essentially like this. It has 2 rotors. They're either clutched in or clutched. I think they might. They clutch in and out, I think. And so you have 2 turbines, and the 2 turbines are cross-connected, and then they run these fans. So what I was going to do is make a 4-engine version that has fans. Because generally the fans are easier. You leave them at speed, and then you can do pitch, roll, yaw. You know, differential pitch to do yaw in this case. So it's kind of a nice intuitive system, and all the microcontrollers are built. This airplane here, I don't have a save on it here. So this airplane here, it mostly needs PID tuning, but the way this works, it's 4 engines. They're ducted fans, and so they're a little bit slower to tune up, and then you pitch these to do your motion. So let's actually just give it a quick run. It's going to need a lot of PID tuning. Kind of get back to it, but this is the plane, and the benefit with this is you can load 2 containers. So it starts to make going up to the Arctic with containers viable. So it's tail loaded. Take it outside, we'll see how it flies. Walking on there. I walked into that. So let me see what's connected here. I don't know what these keypads are doing, but we're gonna go. I need to do a ton of PID tuning here. So I'm gonna go ahead first. I need to convert this over to physics sensor. That makes this kind of a pain in the ass, but it'll be better overall with the physics sensor in there. It just cuts out a lot of stuff. Some things have to be spun backwards, which is kind of the pain on this. Oh, let's undo that. Let's get a text block. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff I need to play with here. Linear speed is 1. I believe that's 9. Nueve, right there. That should be linear speed there. And where else do you connect here? Right there. So this is necessary to run, because, you know, it operates differently when it's in vertical mode to not vertical modes. That's why I need a linear speed, so that's now on the physics sensor instead. What are you? Let's go back and check, make sure that clamp was undone when we got in. It was. This one's going to take some work. It really is. What are you? That's the tilt, okay. This needs a lot of work. That's kind of... It's not too bad, but main thing is I need to rethink how some of this works. What are you running? So this is gyro pitch. That's fine. This is tilt pitch. I need to see what tilt pitch is hooked to. Vertical speed can be done off of the physics sensor, so I gotta go check that out. Where are you at there? Right there, guy. Okay. Okay, let's see. Vertical speed. Linear velocity, Y, I believe it is. So probably, yeah, Z is forward back. So 8. So that's going to be 8. How's it going there? Citrus, how are you? How's it going there? Rasmus, how are you? Good to see everybody playing a lot of Tarkov today. So just got off Tarkov. So that's linear speed there is done. And then I need 8. Come on, click, 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 click. 8. You need to probably redo the whole autopilot because it doesn't have the physics sensor if this doesn't. And then we have down here, it's going to be vertical speed. That's taking out vertical speed. All right, right there. So that can go in the trash bin there. Tilt pitch. Let's check that. Linear speed. Like, this is what you used to need for the physics sensor. Like, if we go down here, like, this is all what the physics sensor takes out. Physics sensor takes out GPS. Physics sensor takes out compass. Physics sensor takes out these. This is angular forward. This one is tilt sideways. This is tilt pitch, probably. That's another tilt. They took out all of these. That's linear up for vertical speed. Takes out that. You know, so these are all things that, like, were cut out because of the physics sensor. And again, so it's like, that was an absolutely huge update. Like, all this stuff can be gone, which isn't a big deal on a huge craft like this, but it does add to the size of the panel. But you start getting small stuff, like, it really became a problem. Tilt pitch right there. So that's tilt pitch. That is actually the pitch tilt sensor. So let's go to the gyro. The gyro, let's see. Tilt, it should be, I think it's, X is actually tilt right. I think Z tilt is the one we're looking for is 15. There. Okay. So this is just reading out. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of weird to me. Gyro pitch. I don't know why I'm reading like this, but whatever. I don't want to dick around with this too much. Why is this? What is going on there? Interesting. I don't know why I'm reading through this panel, but I am. Probably to save because the whole thing is like you'd have to duplicate all those, where now you can just send one physics sensor. So just trying to see where we're at. I'm trying to replace as much as I can. All right, and then where are all you guys going? You are all. Where's this mess going of crap? Oof. Like, look at this stuff here. I would say that's all autopilot stuff. Oh my god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. All right, let's give it a quick run the way it currently is, and we'll see. I need to put let's just go infinite electricity. That'll make it easier. Vehicle damage off. Infinite electricity. Fuel's off. All right, engine overheating's on. All right, let's run like this. See where we're at. You know, I might still want to make a cargo plane that is very much big Night Owl. Just because I like the systems better, I think. Gen 1 can stay off. Anti-ice, fire test. Fire test is good. APU coming up. There it goes. APU bleed. Beacons coming on. Fuel valve 1. So this runs 1 and 2, I believe. meant to check these if these were plugged in, because we might have no values on these, and I don't have them set in, so I don't remember what they do. All right, so if we let's see, yaw. So you see the engines will twist to yaws. Pitch is actually run by the pitch and roll are run by the actual fans themselves. Let's go ahead and tilt down. It's deceptively large. Well, it doesn't look smaller than it is, let's put it that way. Probably don't have my edited basilicious gauges, which we'll probably put in there. How's it going there? Smiling Boeing, how are you? We've got some viewers over on YouTube. Appreciate it, though. Oh, the Indy 500. I haven't watched the any races in a long time. Just to watch them. All right, let's go ahead. We'll put that on. So I do not remember where I left off on this, so we'll see how it flies. Not well. So likely some shit's fucked up. Alright. Very much looks like shit's fucked up. This plane I've worked on a bunch and it's a pain in the ass. I really don't want to get into too much of this panel stuff. That's gonna be boring as shit because it's gonna be boring because it's you know, it's just me trying to get physics sensor going up. So let's overwrite this, and then what I'm gonna do, let's make something fresh because I want to use Night Owl systems. That Night Owl is more recent, and so we'll build the carcass for this, and then we'll use Night Owl systems because that VTOL jet's gonna take forever to fix too, because the way it operates is not the easiest in game because it has to spool up and down ducted fans. Yes, I built that. Yeah, yeah. It has to spool up and down the ducted fans, which is a bunch of work. So that takes a lot. So let's go ahead and we use Night Owl systems, and I'll kind of build something up here. So kind of the basis of what we need is container is 11, so I want 15 across interior. That is what, 29. So 15 across interior. That's right there. All right. So that will give us 11 of the container plus enough that our character can walk on either side of the container. Let's grab a container. Yep, so that will fit. And then we want at least 2 containers, I would say, to make it. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be pretty boxy if I don't make it 2 containers. I don't know. We'll see. That right there is. Well, it needs to be 58. No, it needs to be, what is it? It needs to be, yeah, 58. 58's 2 containers, so let's say at least like 65. So say minimum that. That will be the main cargo bay right there. Let's see what that ends up. 63. 65 there. Okay. Gonna give us some ramp room. I want to do a ramp, so I'll probably do a twin boom tail. Problem is, like, you make that big of a cargo area, it the tail especially needs a lot of space for you to be able to get it back. Let's go, and then I need to worry about the ramp. I might not do a proud in ramp. Try to think, and that's always dangerous. Let's see. Let's try twos. I should be able to walk around a container if I have twos. I don't know. I'll have to see. Let's just square off the interior, and then I'll work the exterior. Square that, and then I will do... If I want entry doors, I don't want them there, so let's go ahead and do our conversion here. Can we do a reasonable ramp with fours? Probably nay. I don't want it too flat on the bottom, but to not have fours is a pain in the ass. It really is. How's it going there, Fiat? How's it going there, Variante? How are you? How are you? Sometime I'll open the review channel again. I haven't opened the review channel in a while. So just for the factor of like putting fuel and micros in here, it's good to have a little bit of a belly on it. But I need, the ramp is important to me. I don't want the ramp to be too much of a pain in the ass. I want this to be really low profile. So we can do a double hinge ramp. I think that's what I'm leaning towards here. Okay. So I want to get this ramp established first, I would say. I want a more conventional ramp on it. Fours and ones work well together, so... Problem too is the height on this. Not too bad. We need to get, you know, a container in there, which they're pretty tall. So we'll kind of expect a little bit of box on this. Yeah, we kind of expect that. So I think a container is 11 tall as well. There's 11, 28 here. Go 10 up on this. All right, so that's the profile of our container. So I need to work the angle where this can slide out of the ramp, so... It's going to have to be 2x or else I'm never going to get that to slide out properly. I could do a up flap and a short ramp body. That's a thought. Minimum, I would say there for the tail. Let's see, I want to finish it up a little, see how it's going to look. I don't want it to be too much of a boxy beast, so. You gonna drag, or are you gonna just be obnoxious? There you go. Drag, please. Shit, let's not do that. Let's go like this. Its problem is it's gonna be thicky like this, but yeah, be overly thicky like this. Might just not curve it too much. I don't need a full... See, that's the problem with 4s under there. If I run 2s, we'll be in better shape. So, like, yeah, if I'm running that, I've got to go down on that. So let's see. We'll see how this turns out. Like, I don't mind if the tail's too thicky, but... Got to be a full-length ramp if I do it this way. Proportions are not too bad, but I don't like a double thick ramp. It's just like this triple thick ramp. It's just a pain in the ass to make and to articulate properly, and then you gotta span the gap. So let's play with this and try to see what I can redo on some of this here. All right, so let's cut out the 4s. Let's make them 2s. Let's just nix this whole tail for now, and we'll play with it. A lot of these things are just like stuff I know are going to be a problem later that I want to nip in the bud now. Alright. So we'll go 2s here. Leave the bottom a little bit square. That will solve some problems for us. And again, it's going to bother me now, but once I kind of get this built, it will not. So. I want it low profile so it's easy to load. I actually want to make this a work vehicle, so. I think 4s are just going to be too much. We'll try it, see what happens. Yeah, the 4s are going to take too long to get up to, so they have to be 2s. They have to be 2s. Which is fine. And then I might start with a midline tail. If I do a midline tail to start with, then I can have grippers on the tail. The other thing I can do is I can just do a raising tail segment and have a, kind of a hybrid system. Have a half-fold tail with a short ramp. The nice thing with a ramp is I don't have to have a vehicle that can actually lift the container into the plane. Sometimes I'll use a winch system, a gantry winch on the roof to lift the container into the plane. So I've got some options. Let's go. That. Alright, so then center, smaller ramp with a little bit of curve on that, then go straight on this. And then I'll do a ramp cover segment on there. That's going to be, I'm trying to decide, do I want to put a, like, if I do it this way, if I initialize it in position, it doesn't have any gap, it seals beautifully. That's the benefit of doing this type of system like this. You know, starting it in the 45 in this position, not 45, but whatever this is. Starting it like this, there's no gap when the ramp is up. It's minimal anyway, but there's no gap. The problem is I can't put grippers or anything in there. Now, I don't think I really need grippers in there. You know, so that's kind of the thought with that too. Let's block this, and I want to see. Like I've got like 28 different designs I've done, so kind of get the design how I want it. Catch up in chat in a second, guys. both sides? I did, alright. So size-wise is about what I'm looking for. Alright, so it's going to need a nice short ramp. That's really good. That's... So we can do a top fold ramp and a bottom fold. Because we got quite a bit of tail space to go up on that. Alright, so let's work that. Takes a lot of guesswork out of it doing it this way. Flap door there. I think I'm going to do a short ramp door. Move this. This is going to be my gap cover there. Of course I fucked it up. Let's just cut it and fix it. This is going to be my gap cover. Let's go up one at least. Still haven't decided if I want to have the start in the down position or not. It's gonna have a short. It's gonna have a short flapper on it anyway. Let's determine where we want this to bend. So I'm trying to see where the clearance is. So let's go off the top and find the clearance block here. So we need... Okay, that's fine. Clear pretty much anywhere. So let's go ahead and figure what the top flap door is going to do. Let's find the lowest we can go on this because I don't want this too tall. So let's go, I'd say there is probably min. So that will be the top there. All right, so let's trim. Actually, probably pretty good there. So let's go. We need, all right, so we need that space. So we're pretty much right where we need to be. geometry right on this. Alright, and then I'll trim out. I'd say probably there for a ramp. I don't want too long of a ramp. Do a double fold door like that. So we need to go in one. How many of these can I get in there? 3 total? Alright, so let's go. So it's easier to ride on the hinges too. Okay. Let's do it right here. Let's go, actually. That. Okay. Let's try this. We'll see how I like it. The right color, that is. Alright, let's go up with these. Making cool mechanisms is a lot of fun. Let's get in there. Come on, get in there, you scumbag. There we go. Alright, so that's down, that's up. Let's grab this. I hope I put the bottom hinge in the correct orientation. Alright, let's check this door. Pretty frickin' flawless. So that works really well. Alright. So let's not lift it. Let's go to flat right there. This one needs to change the max orientation of it, but that is, so we pretty much have no gap to cover, which is nice, because I hate having to cover the gap. I could extend this so we don't have as much belly. I think that's what I'll do. So we'll come in here and we'll mix the 4s, and we'll meet up. So what we'll do is we'll go like this, and we'll start trimming. Gotta trim them all, I think, so let's trim. There we go. I'm trying to think of the orientation of this. Let's do that for now, and then I gotta visualize it, see what I'm looking for here. Alright, so that's not too bad. It's a little sharp, so when I get to here, I need to transition at some point so it's not so sharp at the end. So I could cut a 4 in that last section, I would say, is probably the easiest thing to do. That's a more approachable ramp. So that's a ramp we can actually pull something up onto. So it's sharp enough we can get something right on it. That's what I'm afraid of. So I want to make sure it's easy to load this. Now if I'm going to raise it up, but we still have plenty of room to raise it up, so that's not a concern. All right, there we go. There we go. So there's the ramp. Run it one more time. So it's nice to have no gap. Things don't get caught in there. And then the segments will do segment control. But that's a nice, easy ramp. That should be easy to drag stuff up onto with a winch. So we just winch containers in. Good. That's, you know, going up too high, but we'll fix that. All right, let me catch up on chat here. I'm building a VTOL. It's a VTOL cargo plane. I believe they did add a gas spawner. Let me look. Let me check that out. There's a gas meter. I thought they added one. Did I not? I thought they did. All right, so that is, we'll finish up some of that tail. The cockpit's not hard to do. The big thing is I'm not making it bigger than the workbench. So that's like maximal. And then so I need to make sure I have enough to trim down the front. Now, if I have to shrink it down to one container, I'm happy with that. It's going to be fast. We can run containers off pretty quickly. So we will need quite a bit of space. So I'm going to work this tail first, as this has a lot of functional elements that it needs. So that needs to kind of go first. So let's go do the interior of the tail here. All right, so that is the interior of the tail. This is going to be the wall. It's interior wall, so we're going to make it pretty flat. It's going to be a high wing. So with a high wing, that, you know, makes a square tail not look too bad. We'll just fix that in there. I don't know why I did that, but I did. For some reason, I was trying to make it super sharp. I don't know why. Let's go ahead on that. So there's the rear tail. We've got a nice multi-function, or multi-fold. That doesn't look too bad. We'll start to cut in on the top here. I think where we want to go, probably here, I'd say. Tail's going to go up a hair more, kind of like Albatross's tail. Let's go. I'll have to see how they're going to work. The tail, integrating this into the tail, but using 1s and 2s, I should be able to mate up reasonably well. That's probably too soon. That's too soon. Okay. Let's go. I gotta worry about getting the wing in here too, but we should be all right. Just trying to get general shaping done. It's kind of the most important stuff. Is get that general shaping in, get the cockpit shaping in. You know, I know I can make it work. I already have the microcontrollers for that, so that's not a big deal. We'll just run 1s and 2s on this. We're not going to go crazy. Again, it's cargo plane. They're pretty squared out anyway, so I'm not too concerned. The wing is going to give us good interest. The tail is going to give us good interest, so I'm not worried about that. And then the tail is going to go up more, so I'm going to work on getting this tail kind of integrated out and finished up. The tail can often be a pain in the ass. So we will go. That, all right, and then we'll start working on coming up and mating this. Probably there, I'd say. Hi, buddy. cat has arrived. Trying to think. Probably I'm gonna probably do a conventional tail on here. Let me check a couple. Trying to find a good inspiration for a tail here. So let's look at some. I'm gonna do one boom. I don't think I'm gonna do a twin boom because I'm gonna be the engines I want tight on the body, and you know you wouldn't be putting control surfaces in the way of the exhaust, so I don't want that. All right, let's see. I don't want. It's not gonna be a high T-tail. Be more like a conventional tail. Yeah, I really want a high T-tail. IL-76 has a cool tail. Might find some pictures of the IL-76. Might grab the IL-76's tail and give that a look, but I don't want a T-tail, so I don't necessarily not want a T-tail either. I could do a twin boom. Could be helpful. C-130 tail's a million years old. There's a 124's tail. 124 tail's not too bad. I'll look up IL-76 and check the tail on the IL-76. A little bit of inversion there on my numbers. It's got a real big T-tail. Try not to do T-tail. What's the A400 have? Just a massive, regular like C1, C17 tail almost on it. All right, I'm not doing that. That's just gross and ugly. Let's see. Can I drop this low and run a conventional? I might see if I can drop this lower and run a conventional. Where I got to mark where the height of the container is probably +1, I'd say. So it's, yeah, right here. So this is about minimum. Let's see if we can run it all the way to there and just go right to conventional. I think we'll make it because the we do have a good angle on this where the container is going to start dropping down as it goes out the ramp. So we might be able to trim out some of this ramp, which is kind of nice too. That will cut some length off of this, and that will help me out when I need to work the cockpit. So yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be the best. So right here, let's go and square in that. Can I cut that? I don't think I can now. So that's got to be pivoted there. Yeah, so this will cut some height out too, which is something else I want to do. Let's do that. So that's going to be the new top of the tail there, so we can cut some height out, which is good. Come on, drag and delete. Scumbag. It keeps screwing me here, and it's being obnoxious. There we go, 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 go. Away. Changes which subgrid it's on, and then it doesn't want to delete it. Alright, there we go. That looks like the new tail. It's pretty good there. See what we can do to finish this up. Nice thing is I can go into a conventional tail and I can use the horizontal stabilizer of the conventional tail to kind of work this. So, okay, so I think what I have to do to get a conventional tail in on this. Trying to keep this tail short too, so the other thing is if I do a twin boom tail, the benefit of twin boom tail is by having dual rudders, you can make them shorter. This is a cargo, gonna be a cargo VTOL. Good luck getting containers in. Have you seen how many container airplanes I've made before. Let's go through my container airplanes. So. Today's date, 5/26. I love when people like good luck, and it's like I've built these like 20 of these already. Let's see, what do I have for VTOLs that take, or not even VTOLs, just craft that take containers? This cargo VTOL works fine, takes 2 containers. Let's see. Albatross does not hold containers. We have the Minky. Minky takes 4 or 5 containers, something like that. That takes 4 containers, loads fine. What else do we have? We've got, this is the other version of that airplane. That takes cargo containers fine. We've got Proteus. Proteus takes cargo containers fine. What else do I have that takes cargo containers? I'm trying to think of their names. I haven't played with them in a while. I've got a lot of cargo planes that all take cargo containers, no problem. I don't know why it seems like it's not going to be possible. Quite easy. Do gantry crane entries. I've got like 20 different designs already to get these things in and out of there. All right, I don't know why I think twin boom is probably going to be the best, because the problem is this, like looking at this space. So if I go conventional, I've got about that much height max. I kind of want a conventional tail though. And so that really isn't enough for a rudder. If I do twin boom, that makes a little bit more space for that. Let's try conventional. For some reason, I really want a conventional tail. So, like, let's play with the height of a conventional tail here. So let's go. Yeah, we can get a pretty big conventional tail in here, so. Let's say that's probably maximal height I want. I could put a T-tail on this. T-tail might be our. I might go T-tail. Yeah, I might go T-tail. Yeah, I might rack a T-tail on this. I don't know. I'm really wanting a conventional, though. Really want a conventional tail. I don't conventional tail very often. Yeah, I'm leaning towards conventional. That's going to help integrate this as well. I'm leaning towards conventional. That's right. Ooh, actually, I do have space. All right, good. Let's go. Tap that, please. Wedge. Yeah, that will work out nicely, I think. All right. And I should be able to actually thin this. I don't want to worry about thinning that. play with the. Let's close it up, and then I will cut it to fix the elevators. So let's close it up, and then I'll cut to fix the elevators. Yes, the whole elevators will come in here and fix all this area up, so that's kind of why I want to get that work done. This is going to look funky right now, but then I'm going to go in and fix the elevators, and we should be good. So, all right, let's get the elevators in there. We want to rack the elevators in reasonably low. All right, let's see. Cut this back one here. Yeah, if they're hooked up with grippers, I have no explosion problem. I also run my game on high physics like it's supposed to be, so I rarely have any problems with any of that stuff. Time, we're good. Gotta leave in a little bit, so. Yeah, it's got to be where it was. All right, that's fine. I'm trying to get in. Gotta get the elevators in. It's gonna be a bitch to chop. Get the elevators in. Do that, and then I'm gonna try to stick the elevators maybe in on this level here. Like that's gonna be easiest to do. Let's try pushing the elevators in. Yeah, that looks like space. All right, good. Let's put that back. Let's go there. Let's go here. Drag that. Generally don't like to do dual on the front here, but I think this is going to be a big enough build I can make it work for me. That is... Do a little bit of a recessed elevator on there. Could do... Gonna quicken too much. Can't go any slower than a 4. We could go... Could knock out the sweep altogether. Do a 0 sweep on there. Generally, they got minimal sweep anyway on the horizontal tail plane. It's gotta have a pretty big tail on it, so needs big elevators. Like even. Yeah, we'll have to go to a 1 by. So let me see. I'm gonna have to go 1 by on this, and then I want a little bit of sweep on this. We'll go. There we go. That will work it in a little bit better. All right, let's cut you. That'll work out better. Probably proportionally pretty good. About there. More row. Yeah, I'm thinking conventional tail. I'm really liking a conventional tail best. I think conventional tail is going to be it, so that's good. Let's see. It's got to go to there. I gotta work this angle under here. This is gonna get a straight set, so this will probably get converted under here at some point. Go ahead and convert this, get rid of some of this chunkiness. But it's starting to come together. There we go. And that's the rotate up, so that can be a little bit different once we get in here too. So let's see. Let's go off 2 banger here. I want to be aligned with this kind of. Go. No, stop. Go there, please. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Could I click on the right button to save my life? I think not. That is the minimum height right there. So that has to come up to there. All right, we need to keep that in mind. We got a little bit of play with angling that container as we bring it in, but not a ton. I need this two-banger here. There we go. Let's go to a 2x because I need to convert it to a 1x. There we go, that will work, and then let me push that back just a little bit. All right. What are we, one block off, there we go. Stop doing this bullshit, thanks. It's not too bad. Let's then continue this. Have to leave rudder space there. So we'll go ahead and we will trim and we will put a 4-bang in there. And then how the hell did I mismeasure that? Did. Okay, and then we'll come in here, and this will get a 2x4. Two by 4 there. All right, nice. Push this back just a hair. Gotta finish that off by there. Beautiful. Alright, that worked out nicely, I think. Alright, good. That should work out nicely here. Try to mate this up a little bit. Not gonna mate perfectly, but it's all right. That will mate up nicely there. All right, there we go. I think that looks good all around. A little bit funky under here, but I can't do much with that. Play a little bit with this, but I don't think so. Could double up that tail plane, that would fix it. If I double this up, that will fix it. So then I gotta change this to a 1 block, but it's not too bad to do. Alright, so I'm liking that. That's proportionally looks pretty good. Probably an appropriate sweep on it. Yeah, that generally looking pretty good. Catch up on chat here. Hello there, Ines. How are you? Schwab baby, how are you? This is FJ. There's pretty much 2 plane hanger sizes. Well, pretty much. These are pretty much all the same. Once you get to the large hanger, they're all the same. Let's see. What fell? This fell, so this needs to be readjusted in here. Let's get pivots so I can redo the ramp. Let's check the ramp real quick. We'll even slide a container in and out of here. Why not? Okay, there are the ramps. I'm going to control them independently until I can get them tuned up. Should be fine the way they were. Let's go back the way they were. Let me just run this like that. Should work fine. Let's spawn that, check it. We'll throw a container in there. We'll move it in and out. Once that hits the ground, we're pretty much good on the top one. Yep, top one doesn't hit anything. Perfect. And then we gotta make sure this ramp isn't too curved or else this is gonna hit. And then I can change the geometry of this to try to get it to work better. So we'll see if I need to or not. All right. Let's see. I can actually go up one on the container too if I need to. So we gotta check the floor. The big thing here is the grippers, which is a pain in the ass the way they did the grippers as far as I'm concerned. They should have put grippers on the containers and then let us do tracks on the in the airplanes themselves. That's what I would have done. So that's kind of our roof line. Let's trim a little bit out of here. All right. Here's the roof line. Looks pretty good. Let's get a real container in here and we'll slide it on tracks. I gotta put the tracks in, but we'll do that. Then I gotta probably go here in a little bit. I got a little bit of time, but not a ton. Let's measure. All right, there's 11. I cannot cut there, right? No. Nope. Where can I cut to? There. Let's make sure that is... Actually, I could cut where I was. All right, that's actually where I cut initially is fine. So... Nope. What's that hitting? That's the... Okay, that's hitting there, so I gotta go... Right here is the closest I can get. All right, that will work. Grab there. All right. let's throw a container in here. Save it first. Good clearance in here so far. Yeah. All right, let's rack the ramp and push it out. Plane's gonna be taller. It's gonna sit up higher. But... all right, let's see. Where are we at here? Right. Okay, so we are a couple blocks off. Let's move it, stand it up more. So let's go max height on this. Right there. Oof, it's not very high. Right, and I need to change the geometry on the flapper door on the top. So. Alright. Change the geometry on the flapper door real quick. Oh, come on. Can I get in the build, please? Or I can actually operate? Thanks, guy. Let's see. Let's go up. We do have the space, so let's continue going up. And what are you? You are not to be touched. Okay, you are not to be touched. This can be a stator, I would say. Yeah, that can be a stator. So that can be stationary. That will allow us to get a different geometry on this door. Actually, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Let's play with that for now. It's a steeper ramp. There we go. Alright, and it's going to hit our two stators. It's going to grab on the gripper. Let's see if we can drop the angle just a little bit and help it out. I can't drop the height this way. Let's see. We're close. Problem is, it's grabbing on those grippers, so what I need to do is be able to let it tip. So let's grab a toggle real quick. Alright, and then when we get to here, I want to release the tracks because it's going to hold it in that flat state. I want it to curve, so I need to release the connectors when we get to the back and let it curve. So we'll start right about there. That should do it right there. I can't see. Is that one right there? That's one right there. All right, let's do that. That's the max height we can go in the plane. I don't think I want to go that high, but we'll see. Let's release it so I can fall down. And then that is hitting this door. So these I got to fix. The problem is this flapper door here on the bottom is not going far enough. So let's see. This one here is not going far enough. So what I got to do is I'm gonna make that one independent right now. Okay, that one's independent. Let's control them independently. It's not gonna be this tall, so it's not gonna have that problem. That flapper door needs to get out of the way. This one here. It's too much in the way. Now it won't interact as much. I shouldn't have pressed that button yet, but I think we'll be alright. Alright, good. So that's fine. That clears well. So it's not going to be this tall, but the taller it is, the easier it is to get out. it's going to be shorter. We're looking at more of let's drop 2 blocks off of that. That's probably more where it's going to sit. Say. Let's run that. So these doors will be set up so that they operate independently at different angles, so that all the geometry lines up. I gotta go in there and push it out. Let's see, where are we stuck on there? Did I press the toggle yet? I did not. Okay, let's move you. There we go. This was interacting with that, stopping it from going. All right, press the toggle button. That drops it. Yep, that worked. So easy in it, easy out. We should be able to do this with a gantry crane winch to pull these in, because that helps it get up and on the ramp. So that should work nicely to get in and out. Yeah, that's looking good. Quickly test that out. That shouldn't be a problem, though. I see no issue with this. Let's go. Yeah, I'll end up getting a gantry crane. Let's throw a gantry. Screw it. We'll throw the gantry crane in now. We have the ceiling space too, so we might as well. Let's just do it here. Screw it. I have plenty of space for the cockpit too, which is nice. It's gonna do stupid bullshit with the linear track, but I'll put it right where the wings start, so it's not a problem. But we'll stick it here for now. All right. Let's see. Let's grab a handle for now. Did I grab one? I thought I grabbed one, but we'll double check. All right, up. 2 is down. Alright, that should be good. Alrighty, and let's do... see shit, so I gotta go in third person here. Oh, I didn't put the track in. Balls. I fixed the track in there. I hate how these pipes show, but when the wing goes on, the wing's gonna be in the center, and it's gonna be fattened and a little bit taller, so that will cover those. I don't have to worry about those. And then the gantry crane will go out past where the door goes, so the gantry crane will be able to really go out and help get the load in. So let's grab a track for that. All right, there we go. Get the doors open. mess. There we go. Alright, there we go. Grab this. Let's go out. So by doing this too, this allows us to... Oh, I gotta stop where the door stops. I gotta make sure that doesn't happen. So this will allow it to lift a little bit as well. Where are we going to? Right about there is max. Okay. Can't tell if it's winching or not. Can't see if it's winching or not. I should have put it as toggle. I'll just do this. I can't tell if it's winching or not. Let's go ahead. I'll redo it and put them as toggles. I'll check them here real quick. That is up. Make sure I think infinite electricity is on too, but it should be. Let's change those to toggles. Check chat in a second, guys. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Where's the door end? So we'll assume the door goes to about here. So let's cut this. I'll see how close I am on that. The door is going to be in the way, but that's still going to allow us to lift it a little bit, so that'll be helpful. Let's not put it up too much. Let's go. So that is, so that could go in like another 5 blocks. Let me see what's going on here. Hotkey 1 is true. Let's see what it's doing. Why you don't want to winch in. Up is true, so why the hell are you not winching? What's the electricity showing? 1. Why the hell is it not winching? Is it because I started too far out? What's the max on these? They might be 10 meters. They're 10 meters, that's what it is. I've already gone past 10 meters, so they don't know what to do. Alright, that's fine. Fix that real quick. Symmetry, please. Thanks. There we go. 2. Grab 1. I didn't hook the ropes. Go 5 more on this. I'm gonna try to find where this track can go to. I think I'm probably there. Closer to that's gonna be better for lifting if I do it that way. Scale-wise, this is good. This is where I want it to be. I don't want it to be overly large. I want it to be kind of nimble-looking. Let's see. All right, good. Doing. There we go. All right, I got it. It's reeling in now. All right, so that's where the that's where that needs to go. So I believe it is reeling in fine. Let's see. I don't want to leave it. Winching in. It's just. I let out a lot of slack, so they're coming in. It's always nice to have it self-load too, so that it's not a pain in the ass. Alright, so this is going to help lift that front lip up a little bit too, which is helpful. And we're going to have a fucking alignment problem here, because they're not at the right width. So that's going to have an alignment problem issue. Could also go hard connectors with the these connectors. I've done that before and works well. That way it can't screw up alignment. If the ropes are lined up correctly, the problem is one of these was winching in first, so it dragged it sideways. Let's see. Let's measure. What's that? 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 right there. That's where they'd have to be. Having a little flexibility in the rope is good because it doesn't break shit. You have them inflexible, they're more likely to break, so you gotta be careful of that. So that's one reason why I'm starting with ropes first is less likely to break, cause damage. Because it could slam into the door frame there a little bit if it has some spring and the ropes give it spring. That's what, like when people keep asking, devs should make the ropes have no stretch. Part of the stretch is so you don't get phantom physics, is you end up with a situation where the ropes will stretch, and so instead of causing a vehicle to flip wildly, the rope has a little give. You need elements that have give. Where do those hard points come from? I don't think I put hard points anywhere. Oh, they came at the bottom of the container. I didn't take them off. You reeling in? You are reeling in. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'll fix the alignment a little bit here. So what's happening here is it's dragging, there's a little bit of friction. So So I'm gonna have to probably end up doing a hard point because I want the back door that tight. So let's do a hard connection real quick. We should be able to swing that together pretty fast. All right. Let's do this for now. What do we got there? 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 right there. Trying to think, am I one over it? I think I am one over the container, so I can do top load like that. Alright, so I should be able to top load it like that. Alright. It's going to have a good little bit of stretch too, which will help. Alright, good. Alright, let's see. We want... up, down. So I'll put winches on this too so you can get it close and then they'll attach, but I don't know if I have it close enough yet or not, so I gotta... But the benefit of a hard system like this is it auto-aligns, but it's gonna need to go narrower to get past those 2 points, I think. Yeah, it's gonna hit those 2 spots there too. So let's see. Should be alright though, we just need to move that closer. Alright, let's get that closer and try to get this tested out. grab the top spot. There we go. Check chat in a second. Grooving at the moment, so I'm just trying to get done. As I gotta leave soon. So right about there should be fine. I've done many of these loading systems before, so there's a bunch of different things I can do. Alright, there we go. Let's get on there. Got a good bit of headspace on here, so there we go. All right. Alright, so need a little bit of strength on this. I can't remember which way. It's backwards, so I think it's down for up. Alright. This is one of the reasons I like ropes. What's the... yeah. Okay. See if that's going up. I want to double check it quick. Yes, it has enough. Okay, that's we're good now. You can see it's good there. It's when I get away from it, see how it reacts better. So what I want to do is there we go, and then I need to jump on it real quick. So what we'll do here is, I'll get that fixed later, but what we'll do is we'll turn 3 and 4 back to toggles, and then that will work with me off of it. So that will load it. I gotta open the door. It's like all I'll do here is set a max limit for the bottom flapper, top door, bottom door, and then that fixes everything up. I didn't press the button. Okay. I didn't press the button to raise it. So I think it's down. Right there, it's up. There we go. Let's go 4. Jump off of it. There we go. That's because it grabbed the grippers. So ideally you want that to be shut off when you're loading and then turn it on once it's in, because it tries to straighten itself out. But there we go. So that will load containers, and then because this gantry can go over the other container, we should be able to load in a second container. It's hitting its own parts, that's why it's hanging up. So we'll go ahead and delete you like that, or release you, and then so we want to load container number 2. Come out. And it will go, fuck, it's moving. Get in there, bitch. Get in there, bitch. The grippers will have locks on them, too. But. So as you can see, it goes past it, so it will be able to grab the second container and drag the second container on board. So that will be how that operates. So that should work pretty well. It's already set up pretty nicely. Nice. All right, let me catch up with chat. I got to go hit the head in a second. Elevator in front of plane? No, absolutely not. See you later, Rasmus. Are you just throwing out random shit that you know about airplanes? Is that what you're doing there? It's a little bit weird, isn't it? It's not going to be a tail dragger. It's not going to have an elevator. It's not gonna have any of that stuff. It's going to be a pretty normal, typical cargo plane that's VTOL. And say the height is where we want it. I like the conventional tail. Just gotta have time. I don't have much time, so gonna have to get going here, but let me just try to quickly conceptualize the top. So let's start dragging for the cockpit. I have a kind of a I gotta worry about the mating here on this. Yeah, so let's go get these mated up here. Where the hell are we here? Okay, I need to do this to get that mated right. Let's go to 2x4s here. I think how I want to mate this up. Why would you make it a tail dragger? I have no clue why you would do that. Doesn't make any sense to me. You lose all ability to load it in this fashion. Get a quick one in here. I gotta go very soon. So I need to be able to get the nose wheel in there. Conventional tricycle, so I need to get that. Need to get that in there. Probably make that the center span, the nose. Probably push this out a little bit. I'm gonna kind of work the end of the nose real fast, and then I'll end up probably pushing it out. That'll wrap a little bit better. Let's go. Can't do too much on the wrap on the bottom, or else I'm not gonna be able to get the nose wheel in. So we kind of got to do 2x4s. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll screw it up the ability to put the nose wheel in there if I try to do 4x. And this nose will get pushed forward a little bit. It's going to be max that the base can handle, pretty much. Okay, I can take one more. Alright. Wasn't sure if it was time to switch it yet. It is not. Okay. Then I think what we'll do here is probably rock another 4 on that. Did I get one? Give me the thing, dude. There we go. Jesus Christ. Probably should get rid of that 2 section, but I'll play with it later. And then to transition, we're going to go in from Just grab it. Click on it, please. Thanks, mouse. Okay. Don't want to do too many of those. Let's check the two-banger here, see if what I can get off that. Let's not go so hasty so fast. Oh, stop. Cut there. Pushing back out too much. Can I get this transitioned into a one banger across is the question. Let's try that real fast and then I have to go. Make sure we get a bunch of space for avionics in the nose and stuff. Give me this, please, thanks. Keep thinking I click it on these things and then it doesn't want to give it to me. Okay, what are we looking at there? That's a two bang. Where's that? Right there. It's rounding out nicely. That will give me enough space for a nose wheel. Kind of need, that's about max I can go because I need space for the nose wheel, so. Give me a nice two-person cockpit in there. That's starting to round out nicely on the base. And we'll probably make it a pretty low-end cockpit on there, so let's go ahead and quickly do this. I gotta fix. I might leave that section. I don't hate it, so do the transition here. I need it to push in faster, so I kind of need that section there. Okay, and then, oh shit. Okay. And then probably rack twos above that. Let's try running some twos on this. So I'm trying to think where the cockpit's going to go in. We do the front first and then go from there. That's, yep, that looks right. All right, let's go from here. Kind of almost like a 7.3's nose a little bit. What did I just cut? You there, sir. Where you at there, guy? Right there. Okay, no, right there. All right. All right, now we'll start changing over again. Where you at? Right there. All right. Shaping up nicely. Let's see. Check chat, and I gotta go here soon. Let's see. I'm feeling this plane in a nasty, silly kind of way. Are you now? The old nasty, silly kind of tripper. That's what we expect out of you. Good. So this is shaping up nicely, so this will be good. Yeah, and I like the nose coming along. Now I need to start carving out in order to get the dash in there right, so you start to have to flatten for the glass. And we gotta come back and out. Oof, that's gonna be a four banger. I do have to go here soon. I might have pulled it too much here, so I might have to add a segment in here and cut that to get this to flatten out more, but we'll have to see when I go for the glass, but I'm gonna have to leave before I get to that. It's starting to chop in a little bit. The thing is, you often want to push the pilots together. That's like, the pilots don't sit as far apart from each other because they both have to reach the thrust levers and stuff like that. So you don't want to push them too far apart from one another. So maybe this cut in here was a little bit excessive because it's starting. I have to pull back out. And then, like, glass-wise, that can be probably as tight as the cockpit can be. That's not too bad, actually. This will give me a 3-pilot seat there with a 3-center console. That's actually not too shabby. I can make that glass work. If I'm going to do it right now, I got to put it fast super together quickly. I could trim. I'm going to trim some of the curse off this nose, too. Let's do Windows super duper fast because I have to go. Let's see, diamond. I don't want them too tall. I want to sit in it. I want to have a proper airliner's cockpit. So. Problem is converting to these side windows, so I'd have to go like there. Yeah, it has to come back one, so I can change the dimensions a little bit. Yeah, they're upside down. There we go. So like it has to go to, it could step it, like it's got to step like to there. It's not too bad. What are they, 2 bangers? I could go to 3s, that would help me out a little bit. And then trim this 4 section here, and I should be good. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up. Yeah, I gotta trim that 4 section to get this to work, right? So what were those? Those were, so let's go up a size. So 5 diamonds, and then we'll go up to 3s. Pull 3s on the side, 3 corners, and then I will change this segment up here to cover that. So this 4 will be cut out, go to 1s, which will help me strip it back faster. I'll fix this nose segment out so that it's not the way it is, but start to kind of see where it's going here. I'm gonna have to widen it just a bit too because of the meat up there, but in general, I think it's looking pretty reasonable. We'll get a high wing with fans in the wing, and then it will get 4 thrust engines. And so that should give it a nice high speed, but everything. Let's quickly save it, and then I got to run. But yes, that's coming along. So should be able to, it's going to end up holding 2 containers. Tail came out pretty good. Needs a little bit of shape here and there, but that's pretty good. Conventional tail. Get a big old sweep wing on it. Be vertical takeoff. Nose needs some work, but at least the general shaping has kind of begun on that. So let's save her one more time. And then I shall jump off. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Wrong button. There we go.